the original hard iced tea, East Coast Metal Roofing, and by Fletcher Granite. Julian, it is Keith, Danielle, and Wiggy. Once again, no Greg Hill. I apologize.
I got a bone to pick with Greg.
Okay.
You should text him. He's complaining that he hasn't heard from you in a while. You're always new phone who dis every time he reaches out, Julian. It's getting a little old.
Although I feel like you've been on the show more than Greg recently.
I mean, first off, that's one thing that we gotta handle. Number two is, I know we're on new radio station, different this, new this, that. Back in the day when I was on this show, we used to have intro music, we used to have like cool theme songs.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just Twisted Tea, here we go, boom, bam, bam.
Julian, you gotta take that up with Ken. Ken's not even here to
There's
defend
no
himself.
foreplay for him is what it sounds like
No,
you're
he
saying.
does. He needs an intro.
He does. Gotta get him fired up.
Every superhero needs an intro.
What song would you want?
I don't know, I'm just messing around.
No, we'll do it. We'll do it. We're good. Does it feel like the season is just over a week away, or is it a little bit different without any preseason games and joint practices and all that?
I think it feels like it's getting close, just for the sheer fact of scheduling and how we're starting to prepare and how, you know, you're not necessarily in training camp mode as of like yesterday. You know, you go in and you install and you get kind of prepared for how we're going to start handling things going forward, going into the regular season. So the schedule kind of changes, and we had our Patriots Foundation dinner last night, which was held virtually. So, you know, whenever that thing kicks off, it's time for football. There's a little crisp in the air, and yeah, it's football time here.
Julian, what was it like? I mean, it's probably been a long time since you've had a training camp where you hadn't had any preseason games since probably college. And I know Belichick talked about, you know, a lot of guys that come into the league, they're used to it. What's it like for you, a guy that's always had preseason for your whole career and now having to make the adjustment of not having preseason games but still being able to prepare mentally and get ready for week one? What was the whole training camp like under this kind of new format?
Yeah, I think our coaches handled it well with putting us in situations and drills and scrimmages and live contact stuff to get us kind of ready for what's going to be coming. You know, obviously it's been very different, but, you know, hey, I've been hit once. I know how it feels to be hit. I'm not saying that I know everything, but hey, getting a little older in my years, the less football is not always the worst.
Right.
Julian, were you sorry to see Mohamed Sanu released?
That's a stupid question.
I was. You know, it's the business part of the game. Mohamed was an unbelievable teammate, a great dude for the room, our receiver room. Just a very, very insightful guy when it comes to playing the game of football. With younger guys, we would be able to, you know, he was, you know, we only played about half a year together, so we were still getting to know each other, but, you know, learning from his experiences and how he runs routes and what he's seen from different guys and different corners that we weren't accustomed to seeing, and his knowledge of the game, you know, it was definitely tough to see him go. I enjoyed having him, and I enjoyed playing with him. He's a dog, and but you know, that's part of the game. That's part of the game.
And is there, you know, you said you obviously were still getting to know him, but you know, working with somebody that closely, even for a short amount of time, is there a major adjustment that happens in the wide receiver ranks when that happens, or do you guys just kind of fall in line and expect that, yeah, we have to move on to the next thing?
I think, you know, we're kind of trained to worry about what we have to do individually to improve our games in order to make the collective unit improve. So I think it'll stay towards that, where, hey, you know, for younger guys, it could open their eyes. I've been here for a little bit, and I've seen these kind of scenarios a few times, and you know, you got to have it's that compartmentalizing of the game of sport, of professional sport that you have to have. You know, you sit back and you say, man, this sucks. He's a good dude, he's a good player, this, that. But yeah, you always have faith and you always have trust in what our coaches are doing. And you know, there's been some times where, you know, a coach does something, you're like, oh, what are we doing? And then, you know, it always ends up working out. So,
In Bill, we trust.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good track record. We're talking with Julian Edelman. It's time now for the Twisted Question of the Week, brought to you by Twisted Tea, the original hard iced tea and the ultimate day drinking beverage. Get some Twisted Tea for the games this weekend. Keep it twisted. Julian, what does it say about Cam Newton to be named captain of the team before he even plays a game?
it says a lot. You know, he came in with an energy. He came in with, you know, with a purpose, and you know, he came in as a natural leader, and that's what you want to see from that position. And you know, it's one of those things where you're excited for it because now we can get it going. Now we can get it going. So, you know, we'll see how everything shakes out, and we're excited and just worrying about, you know, the season coming up and getting ready on this prep for Miami.
Some Julian say that Gunnar is the heir apparent to you in the office, and he had said on Sunday that when he first got here, he was trying to copy you and Troy Brown, and you told him, don't do what I do. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, you know, I told him when I got here, everyone wanted to compare me to Wes Welker and this and that, and it kind of ticked me off. And I would obviously watch a lot of these guys, and I would try to take things from their game and add it to mine and have my own twist and my own flavor. And that's what I kind of told him. I said, hey, I'm trying to do things like me. Find your own flow. Find what your skills and your assets work with on what makes you your best player. You know, don't feel the pressure to do something like this, like that. If you don't want to, go out and do your own thing. You know what I mean? So I was just trying to tell him, you got to find your own identity. Yeah, you got to find your own niche. You got to find something that, you know, one of your super skills that makes you you. And, you know, he's been doing well. He's been working his tail off. And I'm excited to see him play.
Well, Julian Edelman, thanks so much for the time this morning. Next week, you'll be talking to Greg. So you can
Send him a hello text, Julian. Just send him a good morning. We'd love to hear from you.
There you go.
I'll believe it when I see it.
That's fair. That's fair.
I hear it. At least can he not zoom in? I mean, in this new day and age, I mean, can we not zoom in?
We tried that. We tried that. He's not good with technology.
Yeah,
you
it's
know
not him.
this.
Get old Johnny E on it.
I know. Monkey. I don't know if Monkey's on the Zoom train either. So.
Thanks, Julian.
All right.
Later.
All right.
All right, good.